So what is branding? Because when people, I think sometimes people get confused. Like, what is
Yes.
brand? Like, we use it in everyday language. Oh, we need to brand it, but I don't
Uh-huh.
think a lot of times people know what branding is. Could you explain what does that
Absolutely.
mean and what you mean by strategic branding?
Absolutely. And that's evolved largely over the
Mhm.
past 20, 30 years. And when you look at like Mad Men era documentaries and shows, Mad Men is obviously a show, but when you look
Mhm.
at documentaries about that era of time where advertising and marketing started, it really was about posturing and veneer that was aspirational for people. Like, well, you want to be like us? Smoke these cigarettes.
Mhm.
That's what branding used to be, is this, kind of like provocative way to get attention, grab share of attention, and to create aspirational consumers. If I want to be a good mom, I will use this butter. If I want to be a good husband, I will drive
Mhm.
this car. Things like that. Then it began to evolve to be more reflective of what the company's building and what the benefits are to you, the literal, functional, and emotional benefits of using these products. And now, the way that I look at branding, and the reason why I've started to pull that back into the equation is because it's largely rooted and anchored to purpose. I
Mhm.
mean, Simon Sinek's work, Simon
Yeah.
Sinek,
Simon Sinek.
the
Yep.
Golden Circle. I mean, that's been now
Start with your why.
start with your why.
Uh-huh.
That's been 15 years in the foreground, and that really is the it. So branding really is the reflection of who you are
Mhm.
and why that matters to anybody.
Right.
You're a manufacturer, you're a service business, whatever it is that you do. Tell us about that and give us something that reflects that, and then tell us why that matters to us.
Yeah, and is it also branding is also about how people feel about your product or you as a
Absolutely.
person? Because I think you create some type of emotional connection when you have a branding. So if I think
Absolutely.
McDonald's, there's something that I think about. If I think Nike, there's something emotional that I think about. Or if I think Gucci, there's some emotional
Yes.
that I think about. That's branding, correct?
Very insightful. So, if the
Yeah.
more strategic you are, the more emotive it will be.
Hmm.
If it's a full sensory experience, when I have an associative context for that brand, you're successfully doing a brand strategy.
Okay.
If it's just an identity marker, which is a logo, a color palette, that's really short sighted.
Oh
That
yeah,
would be
because that's
maybe,
what I think about
yeah,
when people say brand. I was like, oh, they just think about logo, and
nope.
people put so much emphasis
Oh, yeah, they do.
in just logo, and I'm like, your brand is so much bigger than your logo. Like
Absolutely.
I see people not get into business because they can't figure out their
That's
logo.
exactly right. If it's an inhibitor, it's definitely not effective strategy. So no, it really, that can be the crescendo.
Uh,
You want your mark to be reflective of the bigger context. If you
right,
haven't contextualized your brand outside of a mark, then there's no point to make the mark.
right.
So yeah, but now when we look forward to purpose, then we think about, again, what is the overarching reason that anyone cares that you
Hmm.
exist and or are successful.
Hmm.
So not just what's the product or service they can participate with you in, but what does that have to do with society at large,
Hmm.
environmental outcomes, social good. That's the element where brand strategy now should be higher purpose strategy.
Yeah.